Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another hardcore Iron Man progress video. And after weeks and weeks of grinding out Slayer, I don't mean to put any spoilers in here, but today we are going to be getting 75 Slayer. Also been doing some more clue scrolls, and one of the rewards that we got was an Amulet of Power. So that's going to be a nice improvement over the Amulet of Strength. Normally you would need level 70 crafting to craft a diamond amulet, but we're only level 55 at the moment, and 70 is a bit of a grind away, which is why we've been stuck with the Amulet of Strength. But yeah, other than that, did a couple more clue scrolls. They were all medium clue scrolls, and they were all from Dagonoth tasks. They drop a lot of medium clues. But besides the Amulet of Power, there's nothing else that was really notable. Mainly just a bunch of Fashionscape items for whenever I go to Bank Stand. But yeah, I mean, I got no complaints, so Amulet of Power is very good to have. And plus, the more medium clues we get done, the closer we'll be to getting those Ranger boots. This clip has to be the greatest clip ever recorded, ever, on this account, because, wait for it, 75 Slayer. Yes, we finally got 75 Slayer. We're gonna go camp at Gargoyles forever now. After this task, we'll finish up the task first, and then we'll go camp at Gargoyles for like 2 days straight. So, I'll see you there. Just kidding, we're actually getting a strength level first, so there is 86 strength. I tried to see if we can maybe get lucky and possibly get a Gargoyle task, but, I mean, I wasn't really expecting it because the weighting is so low compared to, like, all the tasks you can possibly get. But we're still going to camp under anyways, not really that big of a deal. Alright, so the two things that I don't want to forget if I'm going to be killing gargoyles is a rock hammer, which I forget a lot, but I'm not forgetting this time. And then, because we're doing it on the top floor and we're not on a gargoyle task, we're going to be running past Abbey Specters, so we got a nose peg. Well, we got a lot of nose pegs, just in case we need to drop them for inventory space. But we just need one. And one more thing that's really important, which I probably wouldn't even be camping here if I wasn't able to unlock this, is Gargoyle Smasher. Because normally you have to use the rock hammer on the gargoyle to finish up every single kill. But with this perk unlocked, it'll automatically smash the gargoyle every kill, so you don't have to worry about doing that manually. But yeah, here we go, making our way up through the Slayer Tower. And this is actually my first time coming up here on this account because I've never really had a reason to come up here before. And the loot from the first ever gargoyle killed on this account, which will set the stage for the rest of the trips, is going to be 30 Chaos Runes. Nice. At least it's not nothing, because it is possible to get nothing as a drop from gargoyles, and that would have been very disappointing. Dude, people leave so much stuff on the ground here. Look at all that pure essence, dude. You know how much runecrafting XP that is? These gargoyles are not thick at all. I hope the video doesn't get, like, taken down or flagged for this not safe for work material, but, not thick. And would you look at that, another upgrade coming in. We've been stuck with mithril boots for a really long time now. We got them as a drop from jellies, and I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a really long time. So it's nice to finally upgrade to adamant boots. The next upgrade will be rune boots with level 80 Slayer from Necreals, and then after that we'll need 83 Slayer to get dragon boots from spiritual mages. So we're probably going to have these adamant boots for a long time. Alright, and here is the loot from the first trip. Let's take out the Helm of Nate because that is not what we got. So we made about 100k from one trip, which is not bad at all. I think the trip itself took like 15, maybe 20 minutes if you include banking. So, I mean, it's decent. I mostly care more about the supplies, though. I don't really care about how much it's worth. So, like all the bars, the pure essence, the runes, and of course, the straight-up GP that they drop is pretty nice, too. They drop 10k at a time, like, not super often, but happens somewhat frequently, kind of. So it adds up a lot. We're not going to keep track of every single item we get because that'll be hard to do on an Iron Man because I can't just sell all my stuff to the GE and buy it back. But what I am going to do is I converted all of my GP into platinum tokens, so we'll see exactly how much GP we get from it. And I'm also going to alch every single item that's worth it, so like the rune items, the addy items, and I expect the cash stack is going to be pretty big if we're going to be spending a whole day here. It'll be hard to keep track of everything else though, like the bars and ores and runes and stuff. But you could take a mental note and see what's in the bank now and then just compare it to where it's at the end of the video. Alright, here is the second trip complete. We got a lot more loot. We got another set of addy boots which are about to get out. But not too bad, not too bad. Someone left their drop on the ground, a nature talisman. And they're not picking it up. Dude, they're not picking it up. They're just going to let it despawn. I'm actually slightly triggered right now. Oh, I feel so bad for doing this. This guy was like, yo, you got food? I need food fast. I'm like, yeah, dude, trade me. Oh, I'm such a bad person. And here is the loot from another trip. It's just over 200k. Of course, I've still been trying to keep up with my farm runs. We are starting to run pretty low on seeds now, but yeah, here is 54 farming. During a farm run, I found a magpie impling flying around, and I've noticed that they tend to give pretty good stuff. And we got some mystic boots from it. We do have mystic boots, but we don't have this color, so Fashionscape is about to be on point. And here is another trip complete. And I don't want to show what's in the bank because I want to save it as like a little surprise for the end of the video. But all this loot is really starting to pile up nicely, so let me just tell you that. Oh, I'm so bad at the game. So I was finishing up my trip, and I went to go run down the stairs, running past the Abbey Spectres, and I noticed they were doing a lot of damage to me. And I tried to climb down the rope climby thingy, and it wasn't letting me. And then I realized that I forgot to switch to my nose pick. I still had my Nezzy on. And I'm just like, oh my god. And I panic teleported out with my Artie cloak, and we almost died, but I'm not going to make that same mistake again. Alright, so yeah, here is another trip done. I don't think I'm going to keep on showing every single trip, but I'll show like some of the more notable ones. But yeah, this is actually the first time getting a Rune 2H on this account, so if we ever want to do some free-to-play PKing, then we're going to be all set for that. I didn't like the way these trips were going, and they were a bit too short for my liking, so we're going to be switching to our prayer setup. So this is what we got. I know it's not the most optimal setup that we could be using, but for the point that we're at in the game, I don't think it's terrible. I mean, feel free to roast me in the comments about it. But we got a plus 30 prayer bonus. I also found out that stoles, we got a stole from one of the clue scrolls. I found out that you need 60 prayer to equip it. And I'm not going to bother grinding out 60 prayer right now just for that, but the holy symbol should do just fine. The main difference is just a plus 2 prayer bonus between the holy symbol and the stole. So it's not the end of the world if we just use the holy symbol for now. Yes, we got our own nature talisman for once. This is no one else's. This is our very own nature talisman that we got as a drop from Gargoyles. Alright, so we are just finishing up this pretty long trip now. And oh my god, look at all the loot in the inventory. That is amazing, dude. Let's price check this. I wasn't keeping track of time exactly, but I'm pretty sure this was under an hour. So pretty sure it was under an hour. So for the stats that we have, I think that's a pretty good amount of loot. Why do people leave this stuff on the ground, dude? That's 10k cash right there. My favorite message in the game has to be this one. You're an Iron Man, so you can't take items that other players have dropped. I love it. I brought a couple more prayer potions this trip, and oh my god, look at the inventory, dude. Look at all that loot. We're gonna go price check this now. Dude, oh my god. This is freaking amazing. I cannot wait to do the final price check at the end. And we got a cheeky little HP level coming in. There is level 82 hit points. Okay, I had to show this trip too because the loot is just really getting insane now. I mean, that's another 600k plus trip. But to be honest, the most valuable drop that I got this whole trip was obviously the nature talisman. By the way, speaking of nature talismans, this is exactly what happens when you stream your progress. All those poor defenseless nature talismans just despawning because I can't pick them up. Whoever did this is a monster. At the beginning of this episode, we just got 86 strength right before we left to go to Gargoyles, so we were just finishing up this now, getting 87 strength. So we got a whole strength level just from camping at Gargoyles. Oh my god, it took long enough, but we finally got the G-Mole. I don't even know how many kills this took, but I mean, I spent like hours here, dude. I spent the whole day here. And we're like almost at the end of the day now, but yeah, let's go PK and we'll spec some kids out. Alright, here is the last kill of the day now, so we're going to start running back to the bank and let's check everything out that we got. So like I said, I wasn't keeping perfect track of what I got, or I wasn't really keeping any track at all for the majority of the items, but for sure all these coins are solely from Gargoyles. But a lot of the runes and bars and supplies and stuff I didn't keep track of, but we're going to throw it all in the price checker anyways just to see how much all of it is worth. So yeah, this is not going to be accurate by any means. I guess you could kind of look at this as like a bit of a bank update, sorta. But yeah, you can see some of the progress that's been made in that regard and see how big some of these item stacks are growing now. But we made almost 2.4 mil in just straight up GP, just from the GP drops and from the alchables. That's amazing. It's so nice that they drop all these skilling supplies too, because as a hardcore Iron Man, by the way, this might be a faster method of getting certain items like pure essence or runes than through traditional methods of like getting it all from scratch. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video, and I cannot believe that we finally got 75 Slayer, dude. That took way too long. But yeah, all this loot is going to be amazing. We could do like whatever we want with the cash now. I don't know, we could train construction or something. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again tomorrow.